So what is transposition? In music, transposition refers to the process or operation of moving a collection of notes, pitches or pitch classes, up or down in pitch by a constant interval. For example, one might transpose an entire piece of music into another key. Transpose a song. Number 1, you can make it have easier chords to finger. 2, you may make it easier to sing for your vocal range. It might make it easier to play for certain instruments. To make the music easier to read, instead of all flats or all sharps, it might just be all naturals. And 5, sometimes you transpose a song at the end to have a dramatic effect. You start in one key and then modulate or change the key to a higher key at the end of a song. You transpose music chords by hand. You can always look it up on the internet. You can use a notation program. But by hand is one way to do it if you don't have any of those devices or access to a music notation program. Use the chord transposition chart that I'll show you in a minute. Each row represents a key in its scale. For instance, the first row contains the notes for the key of C. The name of the key is the first note. Locate the rows for your song's original key and then the desired key. For each chord in your song, find the chord in the row corresponding with the original key and note what column it is in. Then find the chord in that same column in the row corresponding with the new key. Replace the original chord with that chord. So here's the chord transposition chart. The name of the key is in column number 1. So, for example, the song Silent Night is in the key of A, down on number 10. If you want to transpose Silent Night to the key of C, you would look in column 1, A, and you're going to go to C. So for the A chord, you'd play C. For the D chord, you'd play F. For the E chord, you'd play G in the key of C, and so forth. So you'd change the chord to the key that you're moving it to using this chord chart. Here's Silent Night, key of A. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round your virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Song Silent Night used the chords A, E7, and D. This can just be you can just put a 7 here. Now let's see, we want to transpose it to the key of G. So you'd circle the G in place of the A, C in place of the D, and then D in place of the E. And you can make this D7 since it was E7. So Silent Night in the key of G now would be G, C, and D7. So this is what the transposition will look like going from A to the key of G. So I've written the transpose chords in this blue. So G in place of A, D7 in place of E7, C in place of D, and so forth. So those are the new chords. So now let's play Silent Night in the key of G.